This is a New Tech production. This is a New Tech production.
What's good, everybody? I want to welcome y'all to the iCast podcast. I'm your host, Gary Gnu, and right now, unfortunately, I'm sitting here without my co-host, Black Hurricane. Due to the pandemic going on right now, called the coronavirus. A lot of people are not around right now, man. You know what I mean? But shout out to Black Hurricane. I don't know what's going on with him, but he couldn't be here today to pod with us, man. But I'm like, in the mix of what's going on, man, I just feel like I still need to pod. We still need to do a show, man. The show must go on. You know what I'm saying? So I want to give a shout out to everybody out there. I hope everybody is keeping safe, doing what they have to do out there to stay virus free, man. And these are dangerous times right now, man. So everybody just love your loved ones, man, and you know what I mean. Just love on your loved ones, man, because that's all we got at the end of the day, man, is our family. But shit is crazy right now, man. NBA shut down. Festivals is getting shut down. Jobs is getting shut down, man. School is closed. You know what I mean? Shelves is empty. It's like pandemonium out there right now, man. But as long as you stay sane and just be aware, man, of what's going on. You know that the news people are trying to instill fear at the same time. Spread that fear and keep everybody anxiety high. But it's definitely real, man. So like I said, I just want everybody out there to stay safe and just be aware of your surroundings, man. Love on your loved ones, man, because we in some dangerous times right now, man. But Tyler, man, how you doing, man? How you feeling, brother?
I'm doing all right. No coughs.
Yeah. Last week I had a little scare, man. My throat was getting kind of scratchy, so I kind of quarantined myself, man, and doubled up on my black seed and my hot toddies and all those type of home remedies. You know what I mean? I was taking to make sure I was good. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. Now, man, you be at work, you see somebody, you hear somebody coughing or you hear somebody sniffling, you looking at them funny now, man. You know what I mean?
Walking out of the way.
Like that's the vibes now, man. It's like crazy out there, man. They urging people to stay home. If you're sick, if you got a kid that's sick, stay home. Stay home. Right now the vibe is crazy out there, man. But like I said, man, stay safe. Stay safe out there, people. You know what I mean? But
yeah, I've never seen nothing like this. This like the worst you ever seen? Worst type of.
Yeah, I mean, because we've had these occurrences before, man. With the swine flu over the years, man. But this is probably the worst. Yeah,
they wasn't shutting shit down.
Probably, yeah, they weren't shutting shit down like they are now. You know what I mean? They canceled church, man. They canceled church. They canceled everything is canceled until further notice, man. Parties, all your social outings, man. All that shit is a wrap right now, man. But in the mix of that, like I said, stay safe. Now, I think this is giving everybody time to just stay in the house, man, and focus on your kids, man, and focus on whatever you trying to, just focus, just get focused, just get right, start thinking about everything, man, your finances and all of that, man, because shit is on like a tight squeeze right now, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I heard somewhere that like somebody wrote a book and they was describing everything that's going on now.
Yeah, man. Don't ask me to quote the name of the book, but it was something that was going around on the internet that I did see.
Like Dark Eyes or Dead Eyes, some shit like that.
Something like that, yeah. About the author was predicting a virus. He didn't call it the coronavirus, did he?
No.
He didn't name it, but he said in 2020 though.
Yeah, he said it came from the same place in China, the city, Wuhan,
something like that. Where, as you can see, we're not that informed people, but work with us. You know what I mean? But shit, man, it's affecting everybody. Huh?
We do some research.
Yeah, we do. We do, you know, whether y'all want to believe it or not. You know what I mean? Yeah, we do some research. But yeah, man. Shit is crazy right now. But that don't mean that you gotta be crazy, man. Everybody, you know, stay sane and stay balanced, y'all, because these things are, you know, put out there sometimes to throw you off. You know what I mean? So just be aware, man. But in the mix of all that, there was music. Music has come out in that time. Jadakiss, Ignatius, and Friday night or what, Thursday night, midnight, we got Jay Electronica with Jay-Z. What is it called? A written passage, a written testimony.
Yeah, testimony, something like that.
You know what I mean? So we're going to take a break real quick and talk about that, y'all. Oddcast Podcast. Yo, what's good? Welcome back to the Oddcast Podcast with your host, Gary Gnu, and me and Tyler were just sitting here, just kicking it, man, talking about what's been going on, man. Like I said, you know, I want everybody to keep your eyes and ears open. The coronavirus is spreading, and, you know, they finding cases. How many cases they found in New Jersey so far, man?
I couldn't tell you. They just found a case in Princeton.
Yeah, I remember you were saying that earlier. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, man, just stay alert, stay aware. Wash your hands, wash your ass, wash everything, man. You know what I'm saying? They sanitizing and doing everything out there. And I hope that it helps, man. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. So, like I said, in the midst of all this coronavirus situation going on, there has been music that has come out. And last week, you know, Jadakiss blessed us with his album, Ignatius. I don't know, how many albums is that so far for Kiss? We know?
5.
5 studio albums for Kiss. Congratulations, Kiss, on your 5th album. So like I said, Ignatius came out titled after his
Manager, I think.
Manager, close friend, close personal friend, someone who was very prominent and had a hand in Jada's day-to-day activities and him making certain moves in his career. He confided in dude for, I'm assuming that's the kind of friend he was to him. And Kiss allegedly, not only, I'm saying allegedly like it's some kind of case or some shit, my bad, y'all, but Kiss has been noted as saying that he made this album in respect due to his boy Ignatius. A lot of the songs are collaborations with people that Ignatius wanted Jadakiss to collab with. You know, like I said, he has people like John Legend on there. You got Dej Loaf on there. Who else we got on there, man? Pusha T on the song Hunting Season. You know.
Rick Ross.
You got Rick Ross on there. Help me out.
I think that's it.
Yeah. But
big names anyway.
Pretty solid album. I think it's a pretty solid album. Not as strong as previous Jadakiss albums, but overall, you know, I think it is a solid album. You know, lyrically, Jadakiss is always going to give you his bars. You know what I mean? And but production wise, it's okay. I mean, you got standouts like Keep It 100 and Hunting Season. I like that track Me. You know, Government Cheese. That's another song on there with Dej Loaf. What about you? What about you, Tyler? Any tracks on there that stand out to you?
I mean, I like Hunting Season, Me, Keep It 100. What else I like? I don't know. I think it could have been better. I think the production, it wasn't Kiss.
And that's the thing, you know, Jadakiss, his albums always seem to do that, man. They always seem to lack good production, man. His beat picking on there. He's kind of like Nas with that, you know. Well, I thought he sounds really dope on features and shit like that on other people's shit.
Nas did put out Illmatic.
You know what I mean? Yeah, his first joint. You know what I mean?
Written was raw too, but I mean, we getting off subject.
Yeah, man. But Jadakiss, he can't.
mean, I like Jadakiss' second album a lot. I think he has some dope beats on there.
The Kiss of Death?
Yeah. I think his third album was alright. The replay value wasn't there for me, but it was alright. His last album was,
What was his last album? Top 5 Dead or Alive?
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was okay. That was done. That was dope. I mean, at the time, that was like, man, probably 5 years ago.
I just think with Jadakiss, I think people just expect like a 5 mic album, and he hasn't really delivered that.
Lyrically, he can give you that.
But
Rhyme wise, I think he even said on his song, on a verse, he said, "You never heard a whack verse from me" or something. You know what I mean?
it gotta be more than rhymes, though.
Yeah, it
You
gotta be more than rhymes. But
you gotta have song structure. You gotta have all that.
yeah, he has that. He got song structure. He got content. It's just his beats. His beats is what like they always fall short sometimes. But not to take anything away from this album, the streets, overall, I think the streets is pleased with it. I think the streets are pleased with this album. Like I say, me, it's okay, man. How many mics would you give it out of 5? If you could rate it. Have you sat with it strong enough? And if you don't have a rating for it, that's cool. You ain't got to say it, but
Probably like 3.5. I think the beats was like that on purpose because it was an album. It was I guess it's supposed to be kind of like a sad album. Like
yeah.
Album,
So that would explain.
Yeah, it's nothing. It's probably not the album for the wit, like the complete album. But I mean, if you're just sitting in your house and listen to something depressing, I guess.
Yeah, it's not depressing. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean. I mean, it's about his man that died. Most of the album, so it's kind of him reflecting
on his dead homie. You know what I mean?
Death is depressing.
Yeah, you're right. I feel you on that. But just overall, I don't think the whole mood is I wouldn't say depressing. You know what I mean? It's the mood of the album, but it is reflective. Retrospective.
What would you give it?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I haven't really sat with it. I've sat with it long enough to know that it's not his strongest work. You know what I mean? But I to give it just out of 5 mics, I mean, he would definitely get at least 3 for lyrics alone. Like I said, it's good, man. It's listen to it. Listen to it. It's definitely worth listening to.
Yeah, it's cool.
Especially now that ain't nobody doing shit else, man. Fuck it, man. Download that Kiss joint, Ignatius. But then the other night we were blessed finally to get this Jay Electronica new album that he put out with Hov, man. But we're gonna take a break real quick and we're gonna talk about that when we come back, y'all. Oddcast Podcast. Yeah, y'all. Welcome back to the Oddcast Podcast. I'm your host, Gary New. And yeah, man, me and Tyler just sitting here kicking it about Jadakiss' album. But he was saying that what were you saying? You said that Kiss said about his album that he,
No, I was just saying that he said that the next album is back to him being him. The way I took it was this album was, dedicated by my man, but the next album's gonna be more like what he do.
Yeah, cause we used to Kiss coming out with that fire shit, man. Like comparing it to releases that have came out recently, man. I don't know where I would put that one. You know what I mean?
Kiss usually makes street shit.
Yeah, he does.
Really a street
album. Yeah, this album definitely puts you in a mood, man. Definitely puts you in a sad kind of mood. You know what I mean? And but yeah, next album he said hopefully he'll come back with some street shit with some bangers. You know what I mean? Link up with Swiss Beats and
Alchemist.
Alchemist,
Somebody. I mean, this has some.
Alchemist is on fire right now, man. Alchemist is like the underground, mainstreamy guy now. Like, because he has, he fucking with Currency and he fucks with what's my man, Boldy James. He got Griselda, Rock Marciano. He do joints with. He got a joint on the album that we about to talk about now, man. This Jay Electronica shit, man. You know what I mean? He has a production on that joint. I forget the name of the song. I think it's called The Never Ending Story. But Yes, y'all. Finally, for all those Jay Electronica fans out there, man, everybody finally got a chance to listen to that Jay Electronica and Hove album, A Written Testimony. And, I hope all the fans out there is happy. You know what I mean?
Wait a minute. You said Jay Electronic and Hove?
Jay Electronica and Hove, yeah.
No, who album is it? A joint album or is it just?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. It's a joint album, you know what I mean? And like I said, I hope the fans is happy.
So it's not his first album. It's not his debut album.
It's his debut. It's definitely a debut album, but it's just with Hov. So maybe he signed with Rock Nation, and Hov was like, all right, we'll just hold off, and just probably just say in 10 years, I want you to come out with this album with me, son. So just hold off on music. I don't know.
I heard he did an album with Just Blaze. Just Blaze produced a whole album. It just never came out.
Yeah. I heard he got a lot of music that he made, but just didn't come out. So, but it's finally put out a joint. And overall, I think it's pretty solid. You know what I mean? It's pretty tight. It's a good album, man. The beats is there, the rhymes is there, but this album is more symbolic than just It's a lot more than just like, you gotta look at this more than just like beats and rhymes, you know what I'm saying? Because lyrics is there, but Hov, you know that Jay-Z is a cryptic type of rapper, a cryptic speaker, man. So like, he only come out with shit when he trying to address something, you know what I mean? So on this album, you got Jay-Z spitting bars at talking about the NFL situation with Kaepernick. You know what I mean? I'm sure he's talking about people that's been talking bad about him in the press and the news about Rock Nation. Of course, with this Megan Thee Stallion, with this new shit that's going on. But it's like on one hand you got Jay Electronica that's rhyming, and he's like he's satisfying the fans with this new release. He's on he produced a lot of the beats. It's fresh music from him. But then you got Jay-Z who also has an agenda as well. Like he's like, yeah, I wanna put some shit out. You know what I mean, and address so and so and them. You know what I mean, and you get what you got. You get a written testimony. You know what I mean, but there's a lot of Muslim, Islam talk on there. It's like they going back to the conscious era of rap. It's like Hov is mad Muslim now. There's a lot of skits with Minister Louis Farrakhan, which I think are dope on there. It gives the album a certain theme. It gives it a real militant kind of feel, a real black feel. It's a real conscious album. You hear them make reference to the Anunnaki and all types of ancient Egyptian teachings and Kemet and all these type of philosophies and things like that they're saying in these rhymes. So I think that the balance between those two is real dope, because they both on some like metaphysical shit. But Hov is just a little bit more aggressive, I think. It's like Jay. It's like he want to rap on here, but he's not. It's like Hov is really rhyming on this. Like he really got something to prove. What you think about what you think, Tyler? What you heard so far?
I gotta do a deeper dive into it, but
but I mean, just as far as Jay Electronica, how do you feel about him? People. He had a lot of hype. You know what I'm saying? Like he had like the super duper. He was like the most hype beasted rapper in the game, probably, man. It was a lot of high expectations for him, and 10 years later he comes out with an album. How you feel about that, man?
I mean, people been waiting for it. Including myself, I think he's dope, but I've seen rappers like him before. I think somebody like Killer Priest. Yeah. He reminds me of Killer Priest.
Yeah, that's true.
I think, but I was happy with the album, what I heard.
Because a lot of times, you would think that with such a huge gap, you would like in between that rappers release mixtapes. They put out Well, he put out some features here and there, but I don't know. I think in that if we looked at his track list when I Google, not Google, but when I look up Jay Electronica in iTunes, it's not a lot of work in there, not a lot of songs in there.
Yeah, I think it's a genius marketing ploy to have Jay-Z on just about every song. You got
Yeah,
this rapper
Ho's on every song except one.
This rapper who had a huge single back in the day, Exhibit C, and he had a couple remixes, and then you don't hear nothing from him for like 11 years, and then you put Hov on every song.
Yeah.
So, you know.
He even said it on one song. He said, my debut album with Hov is probably Highway Robbery, something like that. He's aware. He's aware of that. He knows that having Hov on his album is a cheat code, man. But, you know, songs like Flux Capacitor, songs like The Ghost of Soulja Slim, that's probably my most favorite track on there. The Blinding is raw too. I think that's a Swiss Beats produced track. That's hard. Got Travis Scott on there. And overall, like I said, it's a solid album. But like I said, Hov is really on there, like aligning itself with Elijah. I mean, not Elijah Muhammad. I'm sorry, with Mr. Farrakhan. And
yeah, like the coronavirus. I never seen anything like this. The closest thing I've seen is was like when Ghostface was on Raekwon album. That doesn't even compare because Ghostface wasn't the name that he is now.
Yeah,
you know, you couldn't compare.
No, but you remember when Ghost said Ray co-host? It was like Jay Electronica was the co-host of his own shit.
Yeah. Ghost did kind of take that album over, but
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Hov is known for that. You know what I mean? I mean, you know, over the years, you know, they said Hov will come in on the session and it's known to, you know, take songs and
take a song over, but he hijacked the whole album.
Yeah, he did because he had a lot to say. I mean, that's how he moved. Like he had a lot of things that he had to address, man. So that's how, you know, Hov don't do a lot of interviews. So that's his way of addressing the haters, you know what I'm saying, is talking through a song, talking through music, you know what I mean? But overall, it's a dope album, you know what I mean? It's a lot of lines in there to decipher. It's a lot of Islamic terms and references. It's a real conscious album. And sonically, you know, Jay Electronica has that way of producing tracks that don't really have a lot of drums behind it, more melodic. Sounds that he's just rhyming off, like he's kind of rhyming off the air, like, and I think that's dope. That's a skill that a lot of guys can't do. You know, I think, you know, even though his catalog is limited, I mean, he better than a lot of cats, man. I mean, the boy is nice. The boy is nice. Not too many got works for him. But as you were saying earlier, comparing him to Killer Priest. There are rappers who like that's been their style since I mean Killer Priest came out with Heavy Mental in what?
1998.
98?
Yeah, it's not us just saying that. I remember Funkmaster Flex said that when I think Jay Electronica said something crazy about New York. And it was either Case Play or Funkmaster Flex was like nothing but a Killer Priest clone.
A Killer Priest clone? Wow, that hurt.
I mean, I didn't say he said it.
Okay.
So
well, you ain't say Flex or
it's one of the
either
two.
way.
One of the two said that.
That's what it came down to. Damn. Killer Priest clone. Not even just Killer Priest. I mean, but just that style. Nas. I mean, Hov was criticizing Nas for kicking knowledge. 10, 15 years ago. But then you got 444. Hov was definitely on some conscious rap shit on that album.
Yeah, and I like 444 a lot. I think it's one of his top
I love 444.
5 albums, maybe even top 3. But what kills me is when people when rapper A, B, and C is doing it, it's like they shit on it. But as soon as somebody big, a commercial rapper,
don't say somebody big, man.
Somebody, one of the kings of rap does it. It's like, oh, it's the shit of the earth.
I just think that it's just with Hov, man. I mean, and it's been said before, man. It's like people take people take what Hov say as like Bible, like if whatever Jay-Z does, it's like he has people that just take that shit as like it is the golden word of God. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny because Jay Electronica has a bar on his album where he says something about if it come from me, Hov, consider it Quran. You know what I mean? If it's coming from him or Hov, consider it Quran. Like really? Like damn. So it just confirms or just piggybacks off of what people say. Like anything like if Jay-Z say I'm wearing button ups and I ain't putting rims on my whip, everybody gonna do it. If Jay-Z say I'm investing my money, I mean whatever it is, whatever Jay-Z says he's doing, everybody does that and they take it as like the word of God. You know what I'm saying?
Because everybody's a follower.
I mean, do you notice that or no?
Yeah, everybody's a follower. What Jadakiss say? Everybody, rappers following each other. We supposed to be leaders. It's not too many leaders. Everybody wants to follow.
Yeah.
It's like Jay-Z could put out garbage, and for the first couple of weeks, people will be swearing it's dope.
Word.
Not to say he put out garbage.
Well, nah. But the Outcast podcast, we not followers, man. We trying to be leaders, man. So, but
I mean, I think the Jay Electronic album is dope, but I think if you put a dope rapper with dope beats and put Jay-Z on the album, I think you're gonna get a dope album.
So how about this? Say if Jay Electronica came with the same album, but just without Jay-Z on it.
I would still think it's dope, but I don't know.
Would do.
I don't know it'd be getting all this attention.
You don't think so?
Nah,
because when he first came out, that's like
that was 11 years ago.
You didn't want a T-shirt that said "What is a Jay Electronica?"
Man, that was 11 years ago, man. People attentions are short.
Yeah, they are.
Nobody be talking about that. Hip hop heads would be talking about it, but it wouldn't be getting the press that it's getting now. It just came out Saturday, Friday, and that's all people talking about.
Right.
Mine is Jay-Z. If Jay-Z wasn't on it, you have some real hip hop heads talking about it, but that's it. Because I mean, hip hop is a game where you gotta keep putting out music.
Yeah,
once you slow down, people forget about you. This nigga ain't put out an album in 11 years.
Yeah.
So
he didn't put out any. Yeah.
He didn't put out nothing in 11 years.
No body of work. No, he
a song or two maybe.
But no album.
No albums, no mixtapes that people have been talked about.
He made people wait 9 years, man, 11 years to come out. And he put out, and he came out with 10 songs. One of which, one is.
I'm not even mad about that. Illmatic was 10 songs and one was an intro.
And nowadays that is the attention span of the listener. Yeah. But the Shiny Suit Theory is a song that he came out. That was one of his early tracks. I didn't think I'm just saying I didn't think that one belonged on there. I would have to question why would you put that on there? Like I would put all fresh music, or maybe to show that was his first collab with Hov. Maybe. Also, people are calling this here Watch the Throne 2. Would you agree with that?
I wasn't really into Watch the Throne 1, so I can't really speak on that.
Well, Watch the Throne 1 was dope with Ye and Hov. But I heard that it was trending as Watch the Throne 2.
Maybe.
For a second.
I don't think Jay Electronic is at the level Kanye was when that album came out.
No, he wasn't. But it kind of, listening to it though, subconsciously I did think like that. I was like, wow, this reminds me of Watch the Throne, how him and how Hov and Ye were going back and forth, trading verses. It did make me think of Watch the Throne. I ain't even gonna lie. Naturally, that just made me think of that shit.
It reminded me of a Killer Priest album with Jay-Z on it. It's funny because they both from Brooklyn. How come they never collaborated? Right. Jay-Z kind of if he liked Jay Electronic so much, come he never fuck with Killer Priest. They both from Brooklyn. I don't know if they from the same section, but they both from Brooklyn. Right.
I don't know. But let's take a break, man, and come back and talk about it some more, man. All right? It took a while to come back. Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to the Outcast podcast. You already know. Once I say my name again, man, I'm going to say it again, man. Fuck it, man. It's your host, Gary Gnu, sitting here without my man Black Hurricane. But yeah, we were talking about this fucking album, Jadakiss, not Jadakiss.
Jay Electronica.
Jay Electronica, all these J's, Jadakiss, Jay Electronica, Jay-Z. But you made a good point though, man. You were saying we was off camera.
I was saying I'm not trying to hate on Jay Electronica, but I just hate when somebody do something and it's been done before, and when the people who was doing it before, the originators of that style or whatever's been done, people just ignore it, shit on it,
right? Because
pay no attention. But when somebody with a bigger platform do it, they think it's the shit of the earth. It annoys me, especially when it comes to hip hop.
Right.
It's not the first time, this has happened.
Yeah, it ain't the first time rappers Muslims is rapping. Beanie Siegel always made Muslim references in his verses, man.
Yeah, like we was listening to Killer Priest before. You
Killer
like,
Priest.
damn, that sound like Jay
Yeah.
Electronica.
Before you told me it was him, I was like, yo, that's Jay Elect. And you was like, no, that's Killer Priest. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, I mean the content that he was rapping about. He's been doing this since '98.
Yeah. Nothing against Jay Electronica, man. Enough respect to do, man. You know what I mean? Homie is nice, I'm glad he finally came out, man. You know what I'm saying? People were saying that he was almost the best thing that never happened because he signed with the Rock. That announcement was made, when was that announcement made, man? I ain't got no facts on it, but you remember when he signed with Jay-Z. You remember that?
A while ago.
It was a big announcement. And it seemed like he's been shelved.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad that the album's going to get the attention. Looks like it's going to get the attention it deserves, but I'm just saying there's a lot of artists out there that should have got that attention, but because they don't have Jay-Z on their record or their record's not being played by radio when radio is relevant.
He's got the right machine behind him.
He's
got the right machine, Rock Nation. But it's just crazy how. Hov is they can say whatever they want. Because they're really on some militant shit on this album, man. I'm like, damn, they really are like on some real conscious rap.
Big up to Jay-Z because he played his hand well. He came out with an underground album. Reasonable Doubt, it had an underground feel. Mm-hmm. He had a couple like big singles, but he had to really switch his formula up to get that mainstream love, and now he got it. It's not going nowhere, and he could do whatever he want to do now.
Yeah.
So he could put out whoever he want to put out,
Hey, you think Hov would cut his dreads off now? Now that this album is this the because people say when Hov don't get a haircut, that means that he working on music and shit. So you think he gonna cut the dreads?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I just want to throw that out there and shit, man. You know what I mean? But before we go any further, I want to give a shout out to my man C's. C's, what's good, man? You called and hadn't heard from you in a while, man. So it's good to hear from you, man. And I want to give a shout out to all my followers, all my listeners on YouTube. Tom just hit me up the other day and let me know that we're at 500 followers on Instagram, y'all. So thank you, man. Thank you for that, man. That's a small milestone. But that's something big to me, man, because we ain't doing this for nothing, man. So I'm glad that y'all appreciate it. Help us grow, man. Help us grow. You know what I mean? We trying to do better things and upgrade our show, man. More to come, man. But I want to thank y'all for watching. Keep following us on New Tech Presents the Oddcast Podcast. Tyler, what you want to say?
Shout out to New York Know It All. Shout out to 40 Years of Hip Hop.
Okay.
Shout out, go listen to that Currency and Fendi P album. I haven't heard it yet, but his last two albums, Back at Bernie's and forget the name of the other album. They really dope. Big Currency fan. New Orleans in the house,
Right.
Jay Electronic Currency. Good music.
True. Like I said, keep following, keep watching. Shout out to Black Hurricane. Yeah, man. Oddcast Podcast, y'all. We out. Stay safe, you know what I mean? And love on your loved ones, y'all.